Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Joseph Douglas Watson and I'm writing a story called Life of a Modern Teenage Prophet. Today, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody who has subscribed on the YouTube channel, liked on Facebook, followed on Tumblr and Twitter, and all the support and emails and everything that I've been receiving on those social media websites. Just your support really helps propel me forward in my writing process and allows me to feel motivated to write, because sometimes writing is difficult. This past weekend I exchanged work, like I said I was going to in my past video, with my friend Mary, who lives in New York. She's a fellow writer and I really appreciate her opinions about my work, and she really respects my opinions about her work. So we decided to exchange work, and so today I'm going to be talking about critique and making critiques, as well as taking critiques and altering your work as the author. I want you to remember that you're the author, so you get to make changes on your terms. You don't have to take any or all or of the critiques that you receive. You get to decide what's best for your story. An example from the critique that I received from Mary is that I sometimes struggle with telling things in my story and having exposition from a character instead of showing what the character's motivations are by having them perform actions or in their dialogue saying something that's not exactly everything that they're possibly thinking about and all of their reactions to everything, but instead, the way that they react to things physically and the subtle things that they say can be picked up on by the reader and figured out into what, their motivations are as a character. So that's something that I could work on. So I really appreciated that critique, and I went back and I started working on my story, and it gave me the opportunity to explore the chapters that I had sent her, and the scenes in particular where the dialogue was a little exposition-ish, to figure out what needed to be altered. But I get to decide how my story reads and what things my story need to be changed. So I went back and I tried to make my dialogue a little more naturalistic. Now, when you're giving critiques, however, you want to give positive criticism, which means that you want to give glows, which are things that you liked about the person's story, as well as grows, which are things that could be improved about the story. It's okay to give suggestions in a critique, because it actually is helpful to get direct responses to things and give page numbers, examples, even pieces of dialogue that you don't think are quite right, or could be improved on. And it gives them the opportunity for character development in their story. Any place that you feel there could be improvements or alterations, such as, like I said, unnatural speech patterns or a lot of expositions. Write that down. I like to read a story just flat out and then write down my suggestions for the story itself and what parts don't seem to be filling out in perfectly for me in that way. Then go through again and read it for grammatical errors and figure out those grammatical errors, and write those down just so the person knows, oh, you misspelled this, or you accidentally used the wrong there or something. And then read it one more time to really know the characters well enough in the story, because you've read it twice before, to be able to explain, this doesn't seem exactly right for their character, which is the deepest level, I feel, of examining a person's text. Is this authentic to the characters that you're trying to tell and the story you're trying to tell? So those three levels of critique are very important, and improvements can be made by the author based on your suggestions, which is really cool. That, if you read it before and then they send you another draft and they've actually taken your suggestions into heart, and made changes, you can see those, and that's pretty cool. But if they don't take all of your suggestions or any of your suggestions, don't take it personally, because it's sometimes, not right for their story, and you should just be optimistic and assume that it wasn't right for their story, or that they took the things to heart, but that they made subtler changes that you haven't noticed. So just be considerate when you give critique. So that's all I have for today. Thank you all for all of your following of me, and I really appreciate you. Have a good day. I love you all. Be well. Alright, bye.